Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a full face of makeup that is strictly from Temu. If you guys don't know what Temu is, it is an app, it's a shopping app that is basically like Amazon, but the prices are a lot cheaper. You can find clothes, makeup, shoes, all different kinds of accessories on there. But today I wanted to test out their makeup products. So I have 14 different products here that we're going to use to do a full face, and all of this was under $50. It was actually $44.89. So I will have the prices up on the screen for you guys as we do this, but I wanted to let you guys know that I do have an affiliate link with Temu. The code that you guys can use will be right here. If you have never downloaded the app and never shopped with them before, you can get money back with this link, and with my code you get a bit of a discount. So that all being said, let's get into it and see what I think of these products. I'm going to start with my brows. The one I picked, the brow product I picked is the classic red wine eyebrow gel. You guys probably saw these online, they were all over TikTok. The site also has the little wine lipsticks, but I chose to get the eyebrow gel. So we're gonna open this up here. This is one of those ones that you brush on, so it's very thick, it's very gel, and it's supposed to tint your eyebrows and you kind of peel it off. So we're gonna give this a try. I've never used a product like this before, but as you guys can see, I do have very light eyebrows compared to the rest of my hair. I mean, other than my front pieces. So we're gonna see if this will make my eyebrows match my hair a little bit more. I'm just gonna put this on in little strokes and make sure we just coat the entire brow area, because when this peels off, the pigment will be left. So I wanna make sure I get all my brow hairs. And I'm wiping like a lot of the product off because I don't want it to be too goopy. But this applies pretty easily. I thought this was gonna be a lot harder to work with than it is. I will say it does dry pretty quick, so you do have to work with it kind of fast. So while we let the brow gel dry, obviously it looks quite dark, but it's gonna be lighter when I peel it off because it won't be as chunky. It'll feel more like brow hair. So I actually got a set of brushes. This is how they came. And they have a lot of different colors to choose from. This is 13 brushes and it was $2.59. Sorry. So $2.59, you get 13 brushes. So plenty to do a full face for sure. Here they are. I got them in purple. You can get them in green. And there was a couple other colors, but lots of flat brushes, angle brushes, little contour brush, packing brushes, different sizes, so face and eye brushes, all super duper soft. This one actually comes with a brush guard. That's more of your like big powder brush. So we're gonna use the brushes too. Actually going to use the concealer I got as my eye base. This is the Professional Full Coverage Concealer in shade FC01. It says it's full coverage and it was $1.49. So this is what it looks like. It just comes in a little pot, and we're going to use one of these brushes, and we're just going to spread it out on the lid. So color wise, just first impressions, I would say this is pretty similar to the concealers I normally use. It's nice and thick, feels buildable, and as you guys can see, it's covering my lid pretty well. It has that nice brightening effect I look for in a concealer. We're gonna set that aside because we're gonna use it again. But now let's get into some eyeshadows. I got an eyeshadow palette. This one is 25 colors and it was $3.99. I'll show you what it looks like here. Looks just like this, just a really pretty neutrals. And there's some different glitter shades, lots of mattes. I'm really interested in these colors, like these really cool glitters, and that purple in the middle. So I'm just gonna do a neutral eye look with this. I'm gonna go into this kind of fleshy tone here with the big fluffy brush and just set that concealer. Obviously you're not gonna see a lot of color payoff with this shade because it's going on to something that's literally the same color, but I can definitely see it setting the concealer. Right, and I'm gonna use the same brush for a transition color, and I think I'm gonna use this kind of grayish. There's not a lot of kickback in the pan. You guys can see the color payoff there. Again, it's just a light brown. I will say this brush is blending really nicely. The bristles are soft, they're flexible. I think these will definitely be my travel brushes because they are a little bit thinner and shorter than my other brushes. For the lid, I think we need to do a shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with this pink shimmer color. Almost looks foiled, like you could use it wet. Just a really nice light pink color. And you know what, I'm gonna just put that on the inner lid and we'll use a different color on the outside so we can see some of these other shades. But it goes on very smooth. Like when I'm packing it, it's definitely coming off the brush. I will say I do have to grab a bigger brush just because these are all pretty tiny, and I need a bigger brush for the outer part of my lid. But I'm gonna go in with this dark brown. See how it does. Oh wow, okay, that's pigmented. So you can definitely see the darker shades. They're gonna pay off well. And there's no fallout. So here it is all blended. I think it's pretty. So let's try and peel these brows off. You're supposed to be able to just, grab it like this and peel it off. It's definitely not as dark and scary as it looks like before, but it is darker than my original brows, I think. And it doesn't peel off your actual brow hair for anybody who might be concerned about that. It does not take off your actual brow hair. All right, so there's definitely a tint there. Not super dark. It's not gonna give you like a dramatic pomade brow, but if you're somebody who maybe you're worried about using a pomade, I think this is a good product to start with. And I'm just spooling out the little pieces that I couldn't get with my fingers. All right, and I think I would be remiss if I didn't show you guys these glitters. So I'm gonna go in with a brush. Okay, so they're kind of like that jelly consistency. So you gotta kind of like dig your brush in there and just put a little bit on the inner corner, just for a subtle sparkle. I say subtle sparkle and then I'm like, more glitter. So this looks super pretty. I would say that this is a great neutrals palette. 10 out of 10. It gives you a lot of different shades to work with. Very neutral, and then you have that little pop of color. But let's get into the liner and lashes. I did get liners. I got this 12-piece liquid liner set. You have every color of the rainbow in here, and this one was $8.49, so you get 12 liners for $8.49. And I think today we'll just try out the black. We'll see how that goes. With Halloween coming up, I will be using a lot of these other liquid liners in other looks, so make sure you subscribe so you can see how they work. They are individually wrapped, which is really nice, especially if you're gonna have these in your makeup kit. Let's test these out. They are a little felt tip pen, so I'm just gonna push on them a little bit. Okay, there is liner in the tip already. I don't typically use a pen liner, but with just a little touch, you guys can see there is product coming out on my lid, and it's very smooth and super easy to get in that inner corner. I mean, so I looked at my brows in the mirror and it seems like they're getting darker the longer that the product's on my face. I don't know if that's supposed to happen or if maybe I'm just getting used to them or something, but that's what it looks like to me. So now let's do our lashes. I got this Great Lash waterproof mascara. It says it's supposed to last for 24 hours. I am not wearing all of this for 24 hours, but we can see how it applies. Applying this like I normally would. Okay, it's definitely pigmented. It doesn't have like, it's not gonna add a ton of volume. But this mascara was $1.99. So with just one coat, I would say my lashes are definitely darker, not super volumizing. For 7 pairs of false lashes, they were $2.99, and these are called Fairy Style. And they're supposed to give a faux mink lash extension type look. And they come on this tray. There is a cover on it, so I can store these pretty easily. So they are very full. I am gonna have to trim them just to fit my eye a little bit. That is with any pair of lashes. You will need lash glue for these. All right, so this is just one side. Obviously there is a considerable difference between my natural lashes and this. If you're somebody who has been thinking about lash extensions but wants to try out the volume and see how you would feel about them first, I think this is a good lash for you. It's very thick, very full, very curly. There's no missing these for sure. The band is very flexible. They're actually quite light despite being so full. So I'm gonna pop on the other one and you guys can get the full effect here. But yeah, these are some big fluffy lashes. Okay, so this is with both sides of the lashes. They are very full, but I think they frame the eyes nicely. So liking these thus far. Now I think is the perfect time to start on our base, on our foundation. And I did get some. So this is liquid foundation. It is matte, $2.79. And this is what you get. It is 1 ounce of foundation, says it's full coverage, soft matte, long wear, oil controlling, all natural oil free liquid foundation. And does come with a pump, which is the best kind of foundation. There is a little foundation brush here. Hopefully this is the right shade. I have a little yellow, but honestly that can change as it sits on the skin. It has pretty nice coverage, and I'm using this brush. It doesn't come with this brush, this is just the one I picked. Right now it does look a little shiny, but of course we're gonna have to give it a second to dry down. I used like a pump and a half so far, and it's giving me pretty decent coverage, and that's with a fresh brush. So obviously the brush is going to absorb some of the product. There was a lighter shade, but I thought it looked too light. I should have known that I should have got a lighter shade. Okay, so I definitely got the wrong color, but that is no one's fault but my own. However, this is a nice foundation. It sits pretty nice on the skin. It's obviously still drying. It has a little bit of a long dry down time. So I'm just kind of making sure it stays blended. But looking in the mirror, usually I can tell right away on like my nose and right in between here if it's gonna cake up. And so far, no caking. However, I am a perfectionist, so we're gonna blend it with a sponge too. I got these sponges. It's a 6-piece mini sponge set. 6-piece mini sponge set for 99 cents. You get 2 of these little finger puffs, which are really nice for going under here with powder, or these little guys. So I use these a lot for concealer. So that's what we're gonna use it for today. But I'm also gonna take a clean, dry one and just go over the areas that I know tend to not blend and like go into my hairline. Kind of use it just to take away any of the product that I got in my hair. But now I'm gonna take a different sponge, a nice clean one, and we're gonna try that concealer with a sponge. So same concealer I used before. Now we just blend it out. I mean, obviously this concealer blends very nicely. I've never used a pot concealer before, not that I can remember. So this is a new experience. So far, so good. I contoured off camera because I did not find a bronzer or a contour that fit my color. I'm sure there's one on there, but I just didn't find one. So we're gonna move on to blush. This is the Velvet Liquid Blush, and as you guys can see, it's definitely supposed to be a dupe for Rare Beauty. It's by July Star, and I got the color number 2. I believe there were 3 or 4 to choose from. But it's definitely like I've never used blush like this before, so I am a little gun shy. I'm gonna wipe off any excess. And it says just a couple dots. Oh, that was too much. That was too much on that side. But a couple dots, and then you just blend it out, and you're supposed to have this really natural flush. So I'm just gonna use a brush. Oh, this was too much. I'm gonna look like a clown. Well, on the side that I didn't use too much, that's what we'll judge it by. Very strong and pigmented. I definitely need to fix this. So I'll show you how I do that. I just take the foundation brush that I used before, and we'll blend it out with the leftover product. And there, much better, much less clown-like. So use just a little bit of this. This is a beautiful color though. I've never used a liquid blush like this, and I feel like for my stage makeup, this is the perfect blush. I would definitely say though, I would order more of these in other shades. This pink, I think, is I could probably go a shade lighter, but I think this is a really pretty summery pink. So the next thing actually I saw on TikTok, I think it went a little bit viral. It is this body highlighting powder, but it is this highlighter here. This is the Magic Color Shiner, and this is $2.49, and it's literally called Fairy Dust Highlighter Powder. So you pop it off, and it has this applicator. I'm gonna put some here, and then I might take a brush and add a little bit to my cheeks. So let's just add a little bit to my chest. It just comes out of the applicator. Like, I'm not doing anything special. You guys can see it's really shiny. Foundation on it. I think I'll actually just go like this around the eye. Do a little puff, puff, puff. You guys can see it gives a nice glazed donut look. Put a little bit on my nose. And my favorite place, the Cupid's bow. So yeah, really pretty, shimmery, shiny, ethereal fairy look. Next, we have some pencils I'm gonna use under my eye. This is 12 traditional eyeliners, like the eyeliner pencils. And you get 12 of these for $4.99. And I think there's a lot of different colors to choose from, but I think I'm gonna use this blue. And it even says on the side of these that these are smoother, more even, effortless application. So this is color number 5. It's this pretty blue. And I'm gonna just add this on the lower lash line. It is a very smooth application. I'm just very careful around my eyes because I have trauma with my eyes. Okay, so I love this blue, gorgeous color, and very effortless application. I want to actually swatch the other liners for you so you can see what they look like, both the liquid and the pencil. So let's do the liquid. We already used the black. We know this is pigmented, smooth and beautiful. I want to see what the white looks like. Let me unwrap all of these first. Let's swatch these. I'm very excited about the purple, and I'm really hoping it swatches as good as the black. There's the purple. Light blue. Usually light blue colored liners are very streaky, patchy. There's that one. The pink. I used to have a pink pencil liner that I really liked, so there is the light pink. Hopefully you can see it. The yellow I'm super interested in. I'll put that above the purple. Comes off very bright and pigmented. Orange I've never seen before. Again, super bright. Blue. That's like a very royal blue right there. I like that one a lot. This is kind of a burgundy shade. It's got kind of a red in there. This one's like a true kind of cherry red. Comes like that. This brown I feel like would look good for faux freckles. There it is at the top there. And then white. White can be hit or miss as well. But it's white, it's very pigmented, which is very cool. So I would say so far, these are definitely my favorite product. Now let's swatch these pencils. This is a green. There you go, kind of an emerald green. This is the blue I didn't use. This is kind of a lighter blue. You guys can see there. A kind of olive gold green. You guys can see that. That's very pretty. Then we have a pink. That's one pass with that pink. That was one straight line. That was super good. Then we have gold. It's a plain bronzy gold. It's definitely more bronze. Then we have a red. There you guys go. See that there. And we have black. There. It's a black pencil. This one's kind of, oh, this is like a shimmery fuchsia. This is very sparkly. Okay, it's more of a, it looks fuchsia in there, but it's like a metallic pink. We have a light kind of metallic-y bronze. You guys can see that's actually more copper, I would say. Then we just have a regular deep brown. There's that there. You see at the top. And lastly, we have another green. This is a metallic green, which is very cool. So, loving those. Let's finish this look off with the lips. This is a lip maximizer. It is a lip plumper that has mint in it. It has mint oil, so it is supposed to make your lips plump naturally, but it also adds a bit of color and luster. So it looks like a little pill like this. And the lip plumper is $1.49. Smells minty. I'll let this sit a second and see if it gets tingly at all. Definitely very shiny. And I would say this adds a bit of a pale pink, even though it looks yellow in the tube. Okay, it has sat for all of 30 seconds. Like, I literally stopped the camera just to take my headband off and kind of, you know, smooth my hair out, and my lips are tingling. They feel like they are gonna just like blow up. Not in a like I'm having a reaction way, but in a they are plumping. So while this does what it does, definitely minty feeling, like kind of cooling, tingle. I did get one other product, and I will kind of splice in some footage here, but it is a makeup remover. This is the Avocado Refreshing Cleansing Makeup Balm. It comes in a big jar like this. So there's a much more expensive skincare company that makes something very similar to this. And the makeup remover, I don't have it on my sheet, but I will put it here on the screen how much it costs. When you open it, it comes like this. Get a little spatula, and then you get, you know, it's got the big stopper on it, but it is a cleansing balm. It's like this. It looks like it got a little hot in shipping, which is, again, nobody's fault. But I'm going to use this to take all this off when the time comes. Alright everyone, so the time has come to take the makeup off. Here I am in my bathroom, so please excuse the lighting situation here. But again, I'm just taking off the little stopper, scraping it off, making sure all that good product stays in the jar so none of it gets wasted. And this smells like skincare. It's a little bit more fragranced than I would normally pick up, but nothing overpowering for sure, and nothing that irritated my skin. So I'm just using my fingers to start melting this all away. It has the same consistency as other makeup balms. You can definitely tell on this cheek that it takes off that long-lasting liquid foundation and long-lasting liquid blush. The only thing it did not take off was the tint in my brows, but that is okay because that is what that product is meant to do. It's meant to stay on for a few days and it gradually fades. So it's like it's dyeing your brows. But here you can see it's taking off that liquid liner. It's taking off that mascara. It is definitely melting everything away on my face, and it didn't irritate my eyes at all. There was no burning. There was no tingling. It just took everything off, and then I took a wash rag here so you guys can see when I wipe my face, that balm comes off and the makeup goes with it. Especially in my hairline, when I get to that part, you'll see it takes a lot of the makeup out of there. And even when I got in the shower after this and cleansed my face fully with my white washcloth and face wash, there was very little product left. So I would say this is a great product if you do makeup a lot and you need kind of a heavy duty makeup remover. So really, as this continues to plump my lips, this is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really liked everything I got. Again, here is my link and affiliate code. If you want to order, download the app, check this stuff out for yourself. All of this was under $50. I will have a bunch of other coupon codes and all the products listed down below, just so you have more of an idea. You can look up different shades, see if you want it for yourself. But for $44, almost $43, or almost $45, you got a palette, lashes, makeup remover, sponges, brushes, lip plumper, concealer, foundation, all of that stuff. You have a full, like truly a full face of makeup in here, eyebrows, everything you could want. And for that price, I don't think you can beat it. As you guys saw, everything worked the way it was supposed to. I didn't have to mess with anything too much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would say my favorites are definitely the liquid liners and probably the lashes. I really like them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.